Record on
Okay,
this computer.
good. We're
You
good.
got to press that button to say
Uh,
yes. You accept the recording.
so it's
Welcome everybody. It's me, Adam Riot Thorne, and that is the manic Hoffman, Robert Hoffman. Everyone's got to have a nickname. I always want to give Morgan a nickname, but with his last name being White, when you play off that, you're always like going into gonna give his It's just gonna be wrong if I put a nickname or middle name in there.
You say like, "What up, non?" And he'll go, "What?" And be like, "Non-white. I ran your genealogy." Uh,
We're Canadian. Nobody's. Everyone's a
wait,
Heinz 57 up here.
someone wants to say hi. Hold on. Wait, there he is. Hey, hey.
Oh, he doesn't have a sound thing. I thought he would go
Oh,
cuckoo.
yeah.
So
Oh, stroke my anus liberally. Oh, 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 yeah, cookie.
we're gonna start a Hoffman, you get to be the lead example in this new project I'm doing by playing segments from a very long serial S,
Okay.
not a C, from the Monster and the Ape. We're going to
Okay.
watch just like 15 minutes of it. The whole thing is on YouTube. It's in chunks of episodes or edited into one big long movie like this DVD is. But we're just going to watch a little bit from the very first episode. But before we do that, I'm going to get your response to a couple of things. Got something in the mail yesterday from a director known as it's Chuck. What was it's? I want to say Chuck. Oh no, Chuck McGee. It doesn't sound like a real name. Chuck McGee.
It sounds like where'd you guys have dinner last night? Oh, down at me and Bobby McGee's.
Me,
Oh,
me and
yeah,
Chuck
Bobby's
and
brother
McGee's.
Chuck was there. Oh yeah, what was he doing? Oh, he made pizza.
But he did make this movie, Cocaine Snorting Crabs from Outer Space, which will be playing at TerribleFest.
I want to be in the seat. Will you at least put cardboard me somewhere?
Yes, I think someone may have sat and crushed on cardboard you over the years, so I think there's a warped you in the corner.
Buddy, you owe me a button. I saw some Hoff buttons being
Oh, I haven't
duplicated.
sent you one yet. Yes, I will send you that. Yes,
No, no, just sometimes. I love to merch.
sometime.
I
But
want to
then
go.
Chuck sent me these other films that he made. I had no idea of anything about them. This
Hey,
one
let's.
being called, oh man, I'm just gonna take the plastic off this because I'm gonna open this and watch this. So the plastic shines too much on the camera.
Like my forehead. Like
My nose does that a lot.
that
I gotta
last
like
stuff.
powder my nose.
No, it was the first one. And Morgan's like, the light on your head is overpowering. It's like
Yeah,
a matter. It distracts me, and I'm like,
that's why
you're
you're
really,
not here, Morgan. You're not
yeah,
here because you're so mean.
yeah. I was like, that's you sitting in a fucking oven.
Oh, but Morgan loves you, and he'll be in one of the future episodes.
Olive Morgan too. That guy's hilarious.
But we'll be talking a little bit about him later. But he's not here right now. We'll talk about him behind his back later. So, but this one is called "Man with a or Bored with a Man." Yeah, bored with a nail in it, man.
Okay.
He's a
I'm
superhero who fights people with his board with a nail in it.
that's got this has Film Fest written all over it.
And then the other one is which just has a picture of a duck on it. Is called Uncle Bingo.
That's gotta be. We'll find out.
Yeah, this is a mob movie, and
Okay.
it's an evil scientist movie that's bored with a nail in it, man. So
Oh,
that's all I know from reading the back. But I can't talk because last night I warmed up the VHS, the VCR, and then we watched John Hughes' classic Baby Day Out.
the is that the one with Steve Carell in it?
No,
Oh, that's Peggy Sue.
it
Excuse me.
does, it does have the two Joes though, Joe Manganiello, not Joe, yeah, Joe Montana
Joey,
and
Joey,
Joe Palantino or whatever his name is,
yeah,
playing the
Joey.
exact same character from Goonies.
Um, are you following the story in Astoria, Oregon? The guy bought the Goonies house.
Yeah, and then he put fish all over it for some reason.
It's on his step, and then uh, they followed the guy's social media, and he seemed to have some sort of anti-Goonies point. And we're like, what? Who are you? Who are you, Anne Ramsey? Jesus. Catch fire pot.
Maybe he's a really big Goonies fan. He's doing it ironically because he didn't want someone to own it. He wanted the Goonies house to be free for everyone.
Um, I love Wes Craven's Deadly Friend.
Yes.
Obviously, for every single very last reason why I should
For
despise it.
for more Mama Sorelli or whatever their names were.
But no, yeah, Laborto. That'd be like if your last name was abortion spelled fancily, like Laborto.
She's also the best bit of Throw Mama from the Train with such lines as "You don't have a cousin Francis."
Yeah. Owen. Um, and then it sounds a lot like those later Lucy shows, like Viv, where's my Bloody Mary?
Ricky. There's a great Night Court episode with her in
Oh,
it where she
oh,
plays a witch who gets arrested for being naked in the park.
I love it. You should put. You should go back and redub some of those old episodes with her like talk show appearances where she just talks shit about Desi Arnaz the whole time. Like be like the mailman statement, like Johnny, I married a loser. Uh, yeah, let's. I love serials. About 10 years ago, I started getting into them, and I love a Turkish film called Death with the Devil.
Mm.
It's
You want to know?
Copperhead, which is a Turkish '70s film version of an old uh, serial called The Mysterious Doctor Satan. To the point where the costume is exactly the same, and both characters are named Copperhead, and the bad guy's name is Doctor Satan. Um, and then from there you go back and you're like, but if only they made racist World War II Batman series. And then you sit through those, and then you start anything that says Jungle Girl 12 or 15 chapters. You're like, well, why wouldn't I have that in my world? And some of the, I remember 2000, some of the economy DVD companies would put full things out for like $2, and you'd end up seeing, SOS Coast Guard Patrol with Bela Lugosi, or
Yeah.
just a million fantastic things. I have the Shazam and the original Captain America rendered somewhere, and I'm like,
Yeah. I have like a lot of the VHS massive like three
yeah,
tape boxes for like Shazam, not the Green Arrow, the Green Archer, things
they're
like
on
that.
the video, and they're always real big. Um,
The Flash Gordon stuff.
I always think that like if you like if there's probably some serials that are kind of dull. And I always thought a good thing to do for a film class or for a film course would be to give a bunch of people 365 minutes of a movie and go, give me a decent 85-minute version. Give me a good 82 minutes of credit. You know what I mean?
Because this in full comes up to 4 hours and 20 minutes. This is
But
a 420 film right here.
I'll be right back. Keep talking. No, but but then again, it's the monster and the ape, and God bless 420 minutes of such brilliance. I mean, it's beyond goes beyond the pale.
The monster's a robot. Looks a lot like any Rene Cardona robot versus Aztec mummy type robot.
You can
But
make
in the length of having Rick Baker as a robot monkey in this, we'll have to see guy in a monkey suit in this going the OG.
I think that the viewer will be the ultimate winner.
But first, before we get into that, we're gonna get into a quick trailer for one of the movies at TerribleFest this year, just so we can get you to see how moist you think this movie is. It's truly
But
moist
to
enough for us.
hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Do I have to do that?
No, you don't have to do that. You just have to
Hey,
watch, and then I have to press play.
what's so? Oh, you're showing it right now.
We're
And
playing Star Wars Episode One.
must I? Oh goodness. I don't hear anything. Is there sound? Is it soundy?
Anubis Waterworld.
Oh, there it is. No. Yeah. In the tradition of Gus Van Sant's elephant and the dump I took this morning. And you see kids in the trailer, and you're like, ah, no titties, you know? Yeah. Oh, first this Kambata shows up. This is some Megaforce shit. I love. I mean, come on, it's beautiful, baby. It's beautiful. It's already. I'm not gonna say shit about anybody, but as far as face people and it with hot chicks, it's already way above a lot of stuff we've seen. I mean, this isn't one of those Todd Sheets bimbos in prehistoric TV.
Yeah, it's like if that was done seriously and like more epic.
At least I'll give him defense because I really like those movies. I think they're fun, but
I mean, I like them too, but that's not saying a lot.
there's one that he kind of takes seriously for the most part. But I still think the best version of this scenario is Chris Seaver's Moist Fury, which
Is this the one that says balls, balls, balls? I can't remember which trailer I've just chosen. It's a long trailer, but still really doesn't tell you a lot about the movie, so it's good.
the world of deserts and super sorcery. And oh, that was cool. What's happening? Reality is what the say? Meow.
Meow.
Ember's Hundra. Yeah. Is this one of those Scott Shaw, Donald Jackson Zen productions where you find a bunch of shit in the garbage and make them?
Scott Shaw should have a cameo in everybody's movies.
And, you know, he is the Joe Estevez of that's what I'm talking about. Ow! That's so weird because I was thinking about how much I actually wanted to watch the regular Xanadu. One more thing, sister. She's about to punch him. Fucking A, bitch. Asshole. Dude. Why don't you have Granny come out and pop the top? Jesus. We're kids. What are you gonna do with them? I think it's about these liberal fucking parents, is what it is.
You know what's to blame for this? It's those liberal parents that made this happen. Ah, that's from the makers of Bloodsucker Jones and Bloodsucker Jones versus the Creeping Death.
All of these in my life.
All right, we're just gonna get the first 15 minutes of this, and another shout out. Shows happening. You know, follow the Patreon on that because I could use your change, and then I can follow forward it through to all these wonderful people to help me out, including Morgan. He doesn't need the money, but but
Not that guy yet.
But Morgan and I will be having a live show on the 26th of this month at Sidekick Comics and Coffees. That's on the east side of my hometown in Toronto. Then we got another live one happening on April 1st. It's not a joke, but we are. That's happening in Kingston, Ontario. And then, of course, in between all that, TerribleFest at Eyesore Cinema happening the 24th, 25th, 26th in downtown Toronto. Booyah. Passes available now for only $6.66. But keep an eye out on the Instagram because there's lots of freebies happening at local people. So much so, I'm gonna throw up an icon here and an icon there. One for Toronto Collective, spray paint and vinyl toys collectibles, and then for Deadly Grounds Coffee because they're going to be giving away products at TerribleFest for our raffle prizes and for door prizes. So I figured they deserve a shout out. They're also going to be having some bonus passes to the event at their location. So you'll have to bug them about them. So a reason to go check them out. You can't see those symbols, Hoffman, but the viewers at home can see them.
I like the way you said collectibles.
Collectibles.
Collect up there. We gotta get the collectibles. We gotta get them right now. See?
I thought it was like how if Dave Sterling was selling collectibles for his movies.
Get me fucking started.
Don't get me started. And you want some collectibles?
Trying to the laconic Robert Hoffman, not the manic. Okay? I'm real laid back.
Real laid back today. I'm the one who drank a monster, so I'm crazy. Anyway, speaking of monsters, here's a monster and an ape. Can you hear it?
Really? Guys.
The mic's kind of cutting out a bit. Yeah, you're really cutting out now.
I don't put.
You're just gonna have to mime what you want to say.
Wow.
Do the robot. Do the robot. Chapter 1, The Mechanical Terror.
Like in the bathtub.
Oh no. You're gonna have to like plug in and out your microphone or something because your mic's totally shot.
He's talking.
Yeah, it's just going. Pause it. All right. Well, let's pause.
Lean in.
All right.
Get a lot of eyebrow. How about that? I'm gonna back up a bit.
All right. Center yourself. Move over a little bit more. There you go. Now try.
Okay. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. It's going. It's playing. Robot demons. Oh, demonstration today.
Oh.
It's an interesting thing. I was just recording audio for an upcoming movie where I am just a voiceover of a radio person that talks about evil robots. More information on that to come. Yeah, it's still on the down low about that. So the world will know more about that soon.
This from 80.
Your microphone's still like that. It's still.
Instruments known as the Metallogen Man.
How about right there? That's it. What do I gotta do?
I don't know. I can hear that.
No, stop here. I'll just get. Want to have a shot of me? How about that? Put monster.
I don't think it's you not being in the mic. I think it's just the connectivity is like fucking up.
Stop now. Stop.
Still kind of the same. I hear it like half the sentence. It's not fading in and out. It's more just like, you know, like there's a storm brewing and you can't hear you very well.
Well, that's it, gentlemen. Professor Arnold.
Right there.
I mean, this is entertainment for it too. We could stop, we could redo this, but I'm like, we're just playing the first 15 minutes. It's just as funny to watch this in the corner as Robert goes.
My colleagues and I have created a mechanical creature sensitive to the impulses of electronic energy.
Aw, this robot's sensitive.
Represents harnessed power undreamed of by mortal man. The world is on the threshold of a new era in scientific advancement.
Oh, that is a smudger.
Yeah, it's Smudger. We heard that.
Of manual labor and industrial enslavement.
Oh, you hold up your cap.
To prove our claims.
Man, you gotta set that sample free. Good. Meanwhile, electricity was born.
This is the exact same special effects I used in Rock and Roll Asylum. My effects are on par for at least 1945.
That's pretty good, though.
Do you believe we were in the World War and they were making this?
Well, that's the problem with those bats. Go off on the.
Where are you? Where did you go? Come back.
I've been. Hold on. While in hell.
Must weigh a ton.
Here, this is what we're gonna do. Just so Hoffman feels better, we're gonna.
Then we're gonna. Manic, Howard. You happy on Manic? You did this to me.
I too did this to you. You did this to you.
Examine that bank vault door to be certain it is locked.
All right, maybe.
Yeah, let's go back to the.
Just
Like,
see a
what
good
was that,
quality
like-
test.
What do you think that was? Was that plastic, or at the time was it metal? Was it wood? Was it paper mache? What do you think that was made out of? Because
No, aluminum.
yeah,
Tin
Aluminium?
can, man.
well, man, I called a locksmith, not a. Oh, my door.
Not a jocksmith. Not Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, uh-oh. Thanks for hulking out, you stupid robot. Oh, no, they're delighted. They fucking love it. They think it's... Ah, science. Let's have
Imagine
cake.
1945 being paid to be that guy in that costume, though.
I know.
So this
Whoa.
is what I have to emote in that film that I got offered to do a line in as a news reporter. It's
You
the
just... Yeah.
the third B movie that I will appear in the last 2 years as a news guy.
I mean, you've got a niche.
It's because they think I can talk like this on a regular basis.
Or you don't?
What are you trying to say, Robert?
When I'm on phones at work, I'm just doing this like, hey, what's going on? Okay, hold on. And then I just dump everything in the fucking voicemail. It's like, that. Nope, bye.
When I was customer service for a while, I couldn't control saying thank you very much to people, and people would stop telling me to stop being Elvis. Well, thank you very much.
Well, yeah, it's hard to do, I hear.
Oh, there is an ape. We've got an ape. It's hard to tell.
What the...
Oh! That will choke him out. Oh, luckily,
That's the end.
unlike in other movies where cars continue to keep going, if you're being choked out for some reason you can't take your foot off the gas, you have to keep driving till you go off a cliff.
Wow, he's really monkeying around.
I don't know. Is this Crash Carlson, or what was his name?
Oh, what they always talk about, that famous gorilla suit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. God, I hope not, though. This one's little. What the?
I mean,
Attention! Oh, goodness.
as opposed to Rick Baker's monkey in Baby's Day Out.
Well, stop with the baby's day out. It's
I
starting to
just
scare me.
I just watched it last night. It was like watching Looney Tunes. It was like that bit from Animaniacs. Remember, there was a little kid that would go away and the dog would try to get it and say, "Okay, I love you, bye bye." Like
Yeah.
$1 million budget version of that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that one, but
There's
I
so
know
much
that-
almost near baby death. Through the whole thing.
I know that Home Alone 3 is truly about destroying a man's crotch. Like, that's good writing right there. It's like every chance they get, they just put a hole in somebody's long johns,
Well,
and like, you're real close to losing it all, pal.
John Hughes wrote Baby's Day Out. He didn't direct it, but all it
Yeah.
is about beating up and like mortally wounding these three criminals. It's just the same gags over and over and over again.
I mean, it's no bushwhacked, but it's pretty good.
Or hoodwinked.
Hoodwinked.
Oh! Oh, he wants to make out with them.
That would be something for 1945.
Going back to also Rick Baker when that movie was Vanity with Tanya's Island.
From the late, whatever, Alfred, what's his name?
It was
We used to watch Castle, and he was the production designer for all like 7 seasons of Castle. And I'm like, oh, that's the guy who directed Alice, Sweet Alice. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, right. The beginning of Tanya's Island is in Kensington Market, which is down the street from me. And when Vanity's jogging down that street, it's exactly the same as it is now. Nothing has changed.
Is Tanya there? Is she on her way to the island?
Evidently, yeah. That was her going into weird hallucination.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one, but it used to be in the adult room at Sid's Video in Salem, Oregon. And I'm like, this is just some R-rated movie, right? And they'd be like, it's adult.
I mean, it's pretty. We played it in Eyesore, and it was really uncomfortable to watch with people you didn't know.
That and what's that Larry Buchanan one, Mistress of the Apes or something? He did it to cash in on Bo Derek's Tarzan the Ape Man.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that.
That's a good double feature. That one's pretty. You know Larry Buchanan. Oh goodness.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in the Wild Wild West,
In Oakdale,
oh, there's the car. There you go.
to advertise that this car goes along with Bainbridge Laboratories. Be funnier if it was Brainbridge.
Or up on Brain Ridge. That's a Looney Tunes hospital up there. You don't want to go to Brain Ridge.
Yeah, it was definitely a Looney Tunes hospital.
Yes, I have the telegram right here. I was a little puzzled at the change in plans.
He looks puzzled.
Well, your hat isn't as good as mine, so therefore you're, you get to know the information later on.
Is that triple? Is that a triple vested vest? What is he wearing?
Quadruple vested vest.
He's got a. You have a button that goes over your head. It
goes all the way around and then comes back, and you do it again.
Yeah. Oh, it's a straight jacket. They are taking him up to Brain Ridge.
Meep meep.
I love the Keystone Cops.
Looks like they should be selling ice cream out of that car.
But if this were 4 hours and 20 minutes of just that ape coming out of the back seat and killing everybody, that'd be the best.
I don't even know why these guys are doing this. Maybe he knows plans of the robot and they want. Was he there at the robot showing? I don't remember.
Holy shit! The robot and the gorilla are in it together.
That's what happens at the end. They're gonna team up.
That'd be awesome, though.
I won't be playing all episodes of this, but there will be other people coming in to watch other segments, and then we'll play the last segment at some point, probably with Peter Fairley, the robot himself. Oh, that was their disguise.
What? I did not even see that coming. This is masterful filmmaking. Meanwhile, back in Slow Car, what is it, 1912?
Might as well be.
Taking supplies to the war veterans of the Revolutionary War.
War. At the end,
meanwhile, in skirts. Oh, what's this guy?
Ken Morgan didn't come in on that train.
Morgan didn't make it on the train. That's why he's not here right now.
Maybe he got strangled by a gorilla, sir.
Oh, maybe two guys in a fake car that looks just like everybody else's car hit him over the head with a shoe. Oh.
Meanwhile, in Slowville. Wait, is he dead or shot? Is he? Wow.
He was hit in the head with a shoe.
No.
Or maybe it was the end of a gun, but it looked like he just took his shoe off and hit him with it.
I thought he got shot. That was the other guy. Uh-oh.
Their microphone is just a nozzle, a spray nozzle for a hose.
It's worse than my microphone.
Get rid of him. I don't want any trace of him left.
Oh, that
they don't want any trace of him left. They want him to grind him up.
Yeah, just throw him in the wood chipper, boys.
Wood chipper massacre.
That kid is really good in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like you're like, oh, I wish. Hopefully he goes to conventions or something because that kid's fucking awesome. Oh, let's get him out of the back and rough him up some more before we grind him into pulp. What the?
Block punch it. Someone's gonna get a double axe handle on the back. It's gotta happen. Oh, Kirk hit.
Whoopi Goldberg, jumping Jack Flash. Hiya.
I mean, when Santos came into movies, he didn't fight much better. Oh, it'd be better if that board had a nail in it.
How do we
go? A nail in it, man.
How do we go? How do we go from Santo bare-chested machismo to Steven Seagal flapping his little barbecue chicken wings while he runs down the street?
Yeah, but at least he broke people's arms and legs. So I mean, that's what made up for it.
But he'd always be like, I don't know. I think
And he runs funny.
I think we should excuse Russia from all their bad things.
Doesn't he live there?
I don't know. He's a scary guy. But yeah, he still runs like he's stuck in a barrel and his hands are flipping over the side.
Yeah. Oh man, they didn't destroy him with no evidence left. They just pushed him down the hill.
You know, if you guys can't totally burn him or incinerate him or just get rid of him, just throw him on the side of the road. It's fine. It's the same. It's the same idea. Like, he's stranded. No one's gonna pick that guy up. He's gonna be out there for a while. He's as good as dead. Say, Charlie. Looking for a good time. Want a date? Want a date?
Oh, that wasn't the Morgan they were waiting for. It's somebody else. We're going to a swingers gathering. Would you like to come?
Yeah. Oh, I'm Mo Organ. Oh, hop in.
I'm Ken Morgan of the Brady Corporation.
Ken Morgan?
Oh, they were looking for the Morgan. They just didn't know what he looked like.
Grandpa Brady, you created Roman?
Yeah.
You kill us all.
We mustn't lose any
And that's
time
why
getting to your laboratory.
Father Brady was an
I
architect.
have reason to believe that your invention
Yeah,
is in
that's
imminent
why.
danger
That's
of
why he
being
had
stolen.
that blue perm.
Because Grandpa Brady made robots, so the father of the Brady Bunch made buildings. U-turn. Let's go back. Whoa!
Guys, can we do that one more time? I don't think I filmed enough minutes of you just driving.
Did anyone call you to pick up on my
Thanks for the lift, honeypot, and you too, baby.
My man tricked you. This is Mr. Morgan right here.
Are you sure that's Mr. Morgan? He just said he's Mr. Morgan. Nah, good enough for me. He's not wearing as dark a suit as the other guys, so obviously he's a good guy.
Yeah, it's light. It's not. It doesn't have like. He doesn't have one long fingernail for his cocaine. That's the 40s, man. It was a raging time.
This was great for like the first few minutes when it had a robot and then a scene with an ape. But now these guys, this is like every other scene from Rocket Man to the Moon or whatever the hell that one was called.
If
Radar
you cut
Mission
it,
to the Moon.
that's what I'm saying though. Take all 420, cut it down to about 82, and these two can just be like, "Say, what do we have for dinner?" And then go to the ape strangling somebody, and then we cut back to these two, and they go, "An important bulletin was received just now." Oh yeah, what does it say? And then the robot comes in. It just keep cutting to the.
It does punching robots.
Yep.
I mean, I guess in 1945 you had to get kids to come and give a quarter to see the 30 minutes of it, and then they would leave because there wouldn't even be a picture on afterwards.
Say, stick around for the picture show. Maybe I get myself a penny whistle licorice pop. Whoop, whoop. Sounds fucking miserable.
That's why it was called The Depression.
Say, have you heard of this new thing, Charlie? What's that, Paul? Well, this new thing is called whole grain. Whole grain? Yeah. Sounds really good.
But everyone's gun was named after Tommy.
Yeah.
That gun sure played a mean pinball.
Tell you what. Meanwhile, I'm gonna stand real close to you, buddy. I'm gonna put my waist right next to your old, withered, mustachioed face. Don't you get any ideas, pal?
Of course there is.
He does look just like a younger version of the same guy.
Yeah.
All these white folk, they all look the same.
White people, they suck.
Yep.
Furthermore,
Furthermore,
the discipline of vault and let me take care of it.
No, send it
this
to the
guy's
servants.
suspect.
I need to.
Knows where it is.
I don't like this
He's
guy.
a bit
He's
sus.
a bad guy. He's a bit sus, yeah.
I assure you it will.
But he sure says it will.
Fine.
Good hustle. Smacks him on the butt.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh yeah, gives a little towel snap.
According to these blueprints,
And we're hot tubbing later. Yes, I'll meet you in 5. Like he just throws in some little like, see you soon.
what does this specify?
Ah, there's someone standing back there.
It's just a floating head.
Whoa.
It's a doctor.
Ah!
But it's the less evil one.
No, he's a...
One or more of these dials.
Getting out of the seat.
It isn't really.
Waiting for that door to just go.
The dials are located on the board.
Please, or the gorilla will strangle the door. Oh man, this is some sweet, sweet nectar of the gods. I think I'm gonna do a hybrid right now. This shit's gonna be so fine. I'm gonna sneak out the back and take a couple of puffs.
Time for a wraparound.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, vending machine, I'm gonna rub up against you. I'm gonna put some quarters in too, baby. Looks like he's at the world's loneliest hotel. Meanwhile, in driving,
Jumping ahead from the driving. Come on, robot. Oh, secret passageway. But he was a bad guy. That's
Wait
where
a
the dark
minute.
coats were coming from. It was from that guy. The younger mustache guy who put his crotch in the old mustache guy's face.
I was trying to forget about that.
Aw.
Meanwhile, in suspenseful music,
Oh, they've got the robot. They've got control of the robot.
ding dang,
Looks
I
at
love
camera.
robot.
This I can
Oh.
put the rest of my plan into operation.
Would you like a full and bushy mustache like mine? Does he
Right.
have a mustache? He seems rather thin-lipped.
He's a thin mustache. He's a thin mustache.
Yeah.
He's
You're
got a John
rather
Waters.
thin-lipped. You ill-lipped dud.
But if we put this fruit roll up into the butt of the robot, it'll be
Sure.
ours.
I saw the complete penthouse here somewhere. That's mighty fabazabagoo.
Every
Oh,
time
jeez.
he closes his ashtray, that thing comes out.
He gonna call Batman.
Calling robot. Calling robot.
Robot and Ape, be on standby. It's almost New Year's Eve. I want us in your finest,
Put that receiver down.
glitteriest. Freeze, motherfucker.
Freeze,
Just gets to,
motherfucker.
just gets to the point. Just gets to the point.
Yes.
Listen, Mama Gemma.
Knowledge won't
I
do
don't know,
anything.
something. Listen up, college boy. Your diploma's crap. Interior design is a fad. Nothing more.
It's Agent
It's the new
Morgan.
rock and roll. Look at what
Take him downstairs.
Did want him to
Just
see
having
his robot
some-
controls.
casual gunplay, fellas. You want to join in? Okay, bye. I'm gonna hold this gun on everyone. The furniture, the staircase.
Whoever that is.
Oh, this is also a key to the door. I'll let them in.
Put the gun to door.
It just that's oh, you never go gun to door, man.
And Mr. Morgan. When he gets
And I'm
higher up
Mo.
in the audience with the army, he'll be Captain Morgan.
I came to see
And I'm Mo Organ.
No, he left alone.
Is Mo Porn still alive?
Yeah, he is,
Okay.
but not. They're not really doing. Well, they've done some commentary for some movies, but they haven't been doing podcasts
Find him
together.
here.
I love those guys. I always like their theme song. I like all their theme songs, but those guys are great. I love Mo Porn. He'd always get on and be like,
You say
"Bruh."
a while ago? Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
That's
that's
still does live. He's got the Eric Roberts podcast.
Well, he'd go, "Oh man, I'm trying out some tangerine strawberry vape, man. It's fucking good."
Yeah, he was vaping before people were vaping. That was
Let's talk about
Trendsetter.
no budget. Let's talk about hip hop locos.
oh man, even
Oh,
I
those
can't
are the
handle that
days.
movie.
Those guys are really seminal to me because there's a lot of combination of finding stuff at the same time, and
Yeah, me too.
that podcast is. I mean, I still go back and listen to those when I can. They're super funny. I love those guys.
Yeah, they were.
Say what you will about Doug Tilley. Nah, I think he's great.
I'm saying
I
a
love-
bad thing about Doug.
I feel
Um,
I feel like he got to meet Eric Roberts too soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Too soon. It's gotta
Too
wait
soon.
a bit.
Like that's a thing. Like that's a thing. I just
Oh,
remember he was
that's
so
just
excited.
I'm gonna throw
I
him into
remember
the
how
reaction.
excited he was when he got to do that podcast with Eric Roberts, and I was like, that nerd is pooping his sweet granny panties right now. No, I love those guys. They're great. Meanwhile, in ape and robot news,
They're rolling around news. Who's gonna fall into the reactor? Who's gonna fall into the reactor? That's all old sci-fi movies. They had like an electric wheel that sparked. I don't even know what those did. Or conductor of some kind.
But he's still got like oil lamps and shit. It's a weird. It's like really boring steampunk.
Ah! Really boring. Yeah.
I've got a letter opener in here. What the fuck?
This is it's a lot like Webster's
Hey!
house.
Yeah. Ma'am, what's in that wooden box under your bed? No, Webster, you know you're never supposed to look at the wooden box. Yeah, kid, why don't you can it with the wooden box action, okay? Why don't you go fart around somewhere else? Okay, George. Laughter. Scene.
George, I'm locked in the attic again.
You know what? Root around. You'll probably find a dead pigeon or something, kid. You'll be fine. I'm drinking beer.
They don't call me Mungo for nothing.
Yeah. You know, you need to splice scenes from Porky's of those two into a Webster episode. Ma'am, I was watching Skinamax last night. Now, Webster, I told you not to go outside Channel 34. Man, you and Georgia were at Porky's. You were chasing around some weirdos. Laughter, money. It's so good.
In all of our Love Boat love, there's a great episode in like the last season of Webster where they show how they met on a cruise, and Webster's just not in the episode, so it's just them on the Love Boat for an episode.
I love when Charlie's Angels are on the Love Boat.
Webster was
And-
once on the Love Boat. He was a brat on that episode.
Yeah. I saw Leif Garrett. I saw a bunch of people so far.
Was Gary Coleman ever on the Love Boat?
God, I hope so. Today, someone had a thing about. Do you remember when
Willis
Gary
was.
Coleman
His brother was, but
Yeah. Someone had a meme today said, "Do you remember when Gary Coleman made his appearance on The Jeffersons?" And I said, "I fucking do. He killed. That's the funniest kid I've ever seen."
Oh, the
When-
episode, Pee-wee just posted about him on like
that
What's
was the thing.
Happening.
That's what reminded me.
It wasn't
Yeah.
the Jeffersons. I think it was What's Happening, wasn't it? Or was it
Okay,
Jeffersons?
well,
Yeah,
he's on
anyway.
an episode of the Jeffersons where he comes in and he instantly takes control of the show,
Yeah.
and he doesn't let go. And you're like, that is the funniest guy.
Will the scheming
Wait, we're getting the
I know.
questions.
Is
Here.
Professor Arnold
That car battery?
because of
Professor
his
Arnold, that was
knowledge?
Gary Coleman's name on different Stroke.
Holy
Don't
shit! This has
fail
come
to
full
see the
circle.
edge of doom. The second exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape at this theater next week.
Let's theater next week to edge yourself till doom. I mean, no, wait, that's something different. Anyway,
Yeah.
Gary Coleman,
Um,
fucking hilarious.
episode 2, the gorilla and the ape. Been edging all day. uh,
Never ever say that again.
no, I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry about that. No, and again, I say that in the recall election after they got rid of Gray Davis, I voted for Gary Coleman for governor of California. So
Wait, oh, I was like Greg Davis from Taskmaster.
no. Gray Davis, he was the guy that Enron screwed him over, and everyone
Right.
blamed the big power thing in the early 2000s.
That
Did you see that movie? It's period. But
That
so they
TV.
had a. So obviously it was Arnold Schwarzenegger was my governor, and that's all I'm going to say. But I voted for Gary, and my thing was I think he would try hard for us, and he needs the work.
I think they should have combined. They should have put Gary Coleman on Arnold Schwarzenegger's shoulders, and they could be the
Yeah.
Governor Master Blaster.
He came in 10th, and I think porn star Mary Carey was ahead of him, and then just general bunch of like random weirdos.
Stormy Daniels run for governor yet?
Probably. Man, the world is a pit of despair. Oh, so
But we've
So
got stuff to
Mountain-
look forward to. We've got the
know.
next episode of The Monster and the Ape to look forward to. Who will
I thought you were
co-host
gonna
with
say,
me? Who knows?
how about TerribleFest 2023? We have that to look forward to too.
We got that to look forward to. We got my live shows at on the 26th and the one on April 1st. And then we've also got you having to make footage of a death scene for the very, very, very funny Faces of Death film that we're making this year.
That's a great idea. What was I gonna say?
And you all out there in video land can make a scene too. I'm really looking for someone to make a death scene where someone tries to psychically move a fork and get stabbed in the face with it. That's what I'd really like to add to the compilation. But Robert, you can make whatever you want. You know
what I'd like?
make a
So
death scene.
I've gone as far as I remember. We went to West Salem Video. That's where my sister had to go in the adult section, rent Pink Flamingos for us when we were like 16. You gotta see all the John Waters, and then suddenly they put it all out. But it was in one of those big boxes, and it said rated XXX, and we're like, we need to see it. There was what were we talking about?
Talking
Please edit
about
this-
the
please edit
things
this out.
to say no, never talk about things to look forward to the future. So what I'm saying is you got to go make your
Faces
your
of Death. Okay,
Faces of Death.
Faces
yeah.
of Death. So we went in that same adult room. And this is how I was as a teenager. Like, we didn't want dirty movies. We wanted like art films. That's pretty cool. So we rented Faces of Death, and I was just unconvinced the whole time, and I didn't really enjoy it. But the way what I liked most about it was how they tried to pass off really super fake shit as real shit.
Yeah.
And
That's what
that to me has a better idea than like what kind of gore scene I'm going to do. There's a great shot where like a woman tries to cut through an auto yard, and the camera goes across, and you see her coming in, and then as it pans over, you see the dogs get let out, and then it pans back over, and then they're knocking her down, and then it pans back over, and then they're like chewing on her. And I'm like, well, that's not real. But it is, Robert. It is real. No, other Robert, it's not real. Okay? They wouldn't let me rent that kind of movie. But they did.
Well, then there were those like accident videotapes that came out in the 90s, and some of those were
No,
actually
I wanted-
more real.
I wanted nothing. Yeah, and it's like, remember they would have that
From
video.
the guys who
you
made the backyard wrestling DVDs, I think.
Well, there used to be that tape is like too extreme for TV, and then they show a woman running, and there's like a high
front of
speed
the
train
fucking
coming
train.
towards her,
Yeah.
and then they cut it, and then of course 20 years later you look it up on YouTube and you go, they were selling this on TV. This is so gross.
Yeah.
She goes everywhere. That train lady. She goes everywhere. I mean, it's like, and you're seeing her down the way, and it's like the smoke comes rolling in. You just see like bits coming down. Don't mess with the train, man.
Yeah, I
Don't
remember
mess
that commercial, and I chose to never need that tape in my life ever.
One of those years around there for my birthday, a friend bought me one of those Too Hot for TV Jerry. I almost said Jerry Stiller. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
What do you mean you in love with your stepmom?
Actually, that would have been great.
But Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV, and it was just a lot of like, you bitch, you take that back. Oh, I'm taking nothing back.
Yeah, the only
It
difference
was
with
that
those
for-
is there was randomly strippers dancing in the corner during the show, as opposed to like any other episode.
I mean, it's a living.
And
It's that
speaking
little
of living,
bird from the No,
speaking
go
of
for
living, we will see you all soon. We'll see you back on this magical, wonderful. Give us ideas if you want to watch other things with us other than apes and robots, but you're gonna at least get a couple of episodes in the next like couple of weeks because you're stuck with some
good plan.
apes and robots for a while.
I never thought I'd be this excited about robots and apes again, but I mean, I'm glad I was here at the beginning. I can't wait to see where this goes.
Will the ape win? Will the monster robot win? Will Agent Morgan win? We don't know. I've never watched this before.
I'm gonna sit here for a while and just think about it. Even when we're done with this, just go ahead and go about your life. Oh, I see up the robot skirt.